For 2 weeks only, buy the Zombie Chronicles poster pack. A link is down below. This is a monumental moment for the channel. This is something I think everybody in the community has been begging for, clamoring for, has been on edge, and is patiently waiting my next Infinite Warfare Zombies theory video or storyline video. I'm just here to give the community what they want. I think the last time I made a video like this was maybe 9 months ago, something like that, so you know it's been long overdue. I wanted to make this video maybe 2 or 3 days ago, but I was an idiot and locked myself out of my office for 2 days, so I wasn't able to get in till today, and now I'm finally bringing you this video. It's based on a Reddit thread from Probity3, and the basic theory is actually a link between Infinite Warfare Zombies and Extinction, and how it might all culminate together for DLC 4. Let's get a little bit of a refresher and rewind the clock back to Extinction. This was how Extinction had ended.
Watch alert, stage 3! We're not gonna make
it! History repeats itself. One species falls, another rises to take its place. Countless lives were sacrificed so that a chosen few might be saved. They believed my power could make the difference between survival and extinction. They were right.
Extinction ended on a cliffhanger. Samantha Cross had been sent up into space, and she was a part of the Ark, humanity's last chance at defeating the cryptids. In addition to that, the cryptids and the ancestors had basically wiped out most people on Earth. Several governments had fallen. It was a pretty bleak time for humanity, and there were only a few remaining survivors. We thought we would get a continuation of this story in Infinity Ward's next game, and while Infinity Ward's next game comes around, and you know how this story plays out, we get Willard Wyler's sick and demented films. We get Infinite Warfare Zombies. We didn't think they were connected to Extinction until Attack of the Radioactive Things came out, when we started to see some references to Extinction. When you shoot those little green radioactive monsters, sometimes you will see the Extinction logo pop up on screen. And if you go into the studio room while Elvira is hanging out, you can find several tapes that have the name of Extinction maps on there, such as Nightfall, Mayday, or Exodus, the final Extinction map. And what this does is put the Extinction universe within the Infinite Warfare Zombies universe. And the way I believe that they are connected is that Extinction was actually a series of films created by Willard Wyler. So what we were playing through and what we didn't realize at the time were all Willard Wyler films, and this is why you can find reels of those films within the studio. He's basically putting Easter eggs to his own previous works, and that's how Extinction fits into this storyline. We now know that Extinction exists within the Infinite Warfare Zombies universe, and what does this mean for our final DLC? Well, we learned at the end of the cutscene for Attack of the Radioactive Things, our characters are now in space, which is also the same area where Extinction had left off. It had left off with Samantha Cross in space, a part of the Ark. And here's my theory for this final Infinite Warfare Zombies map. I believe it will be the conclusion to Extinction. We're not actually going to be playing Extinction. Well, there might be cryptids in there, and it might have similar game mechanics to Extinction. But I imagine that the final film that our characters will be in will be Willard Wyler's final film for Extinction. It'll be the ending of his Extinction saga, because Willard Wyler had created every single episode beforehand. Those were his films. It would only make sense that if our characters are back in space, then we would be back a part of Willard Wyler's Extinction saga. It'd probably be a play off of Alien, and we would be battling the cryptids in space and probably helping Samantha Cross defeat the last of the cryptids and the ancestors. And that would be the film that we'd be taking place in. It'd be the final chapter of Extinction. And what this allows Infinity Ward to do is nicely wrap up Infinite Warfare Zombies and Extinction at the same time. It could just very well be that all they're doing is making references to Extinction by throwing in the cryptids and by throwing in those little film reels. They're just making nods to Extinction, but to me, this is the perfect opportunity. You're in space, which is where Extinction had left off. you keep making references to them being in the same universe. You have film reels of them, which suggest that they were actually films, and you have Willard Wyler, a director who maybe would want to complete his film saga, and we can get the final chapter and see how humanity defeats the cryptids once and for all. I think this is the best thing for the Infinite Warfare Zombies storyline to do. It's been incredibly predictable up until this point. We keep collecting soul keys until we do something, and we have no idea what the hell we're even building towards, why Willard Wyler has our characters in these films, and what we even need to do to defeat him. So if we can kind of bring this back into something that, while the community didn't love, I think would still be interested in an ending to Extinction, it would be kind of fun and a nice thing to do. This is the ultimate scenario for Infinite Warfare Zombies, and should Infinity Ward not do this, I think they're missing out on a great opportunity. It's probably the only way to save this storyline. That's going to wrap things up for this video. I wanted to talk about this because when I read it on the Reddit thread, I loved it, and I'm going to put a link to that thread down in the description below for anybody that would like to check it out themselves. I'm going to go though. I hope you have a wonderful day, and bye.